Today's episode is titled A Tribute to Hugh Jackman. This article is written by Drew Alexander Ross. Introduction. Hugh Jackman is an actor with many accolades to his name. He has been nominated for an Oscar, won a Golden Globe, won a Tony, and an Emmy as well.
Golden Globe goes to Hugh Jackman, Les Miserables.
If you Google his name, you will find many articles dubbing him the nicest guy in Hollywood. However, his journey started across the seas with many twists and turns before he became a leading actor in Tinseltown. Jackman was born in Sydney, Australia in 1968. In an interview with SAG-AFTRA Foundation, he describes acting in amateur plays while growing up, but not realizing his calling until later.
I'm telling me a story about a year ago that when I was young, she said to me, "Hugh, you do not have to stand up on a chair to be noticed." And I said, "Yes, I do." And I don't even remember it, but so maybe it was ingrained.
In fact, Jackman earned his first degree in communications. It was in his final year of university that he took a drama class on the advice from a friend that it was an easy course and the perception that he wouldn't need to do much. It turned out the professor decided for the first time in 10 years that the class would do a play. Jackman was cast in the lead by Ballot, which was a catalyst for his falling in love with acting. On The Tim Ferriss Show podcast episode, Jackman describes having odd jobs as a gas station attendant, wearing a koala suit for the national parks, and working at restaurants. In the final weeks of drama school, a casting agent held auditions at his school for a part in the Australian crime drama series Corelli. Jackman didn't think the audition was serious, but was subsequently offered the role upon graduation. It was during filming for this show that Jackman met his wife, Deborra-Lee. From theater to Hollywood.
And here I am, about to see a show that I'm about to be the lead in down in Australia.
Jackman started to land big roles in Australian theater. He played Gaston in Beauty and the Beast, and then went on to perform under Sir Trevor Nunn in Sunset Boulevard.
I was playing the role of Gaston, very much your classic bad guy, but encased in a very beautiful, fantastic cover.
On the Tim Ferriss Show interview, Jackman recounts how he wasn't getting auditions for a film after Gaston because he started to get labeled as a singer.
Especially good at expectorating. 10 points for Gaston!
This led him to initially not want to do Sunset Boulevard, but because Sir Trevor Nunn helmed it, Jackman asked a favor of a casting director for an audition so he could meet the famous theater director. The audition immediately changed Jackson's mind. It also spurred his career toward Hollywood.
The breeze is so busy, it don't miss a tree. And an old weeping willow.
After Sunset Boulevard, Jackman performed under Nunn again for Oklahoma in London. It was during this run of Oklahoma that Jackman auditioned for the role of Wolverine in X-Men. The part was initially given to Doug Ray Scott, but because Scott had scheduling conflicts with his role in Mission Impossible 2, Jackman was offered the part. He had roles in Australian television and film before X-Men, but his role as Wolverine was the one that earned him his SAG card. The film was also a huge hit and helped launch Jackman's career in Hollywood. He went on to play Wolverine in 8 additional movies, culminating in a beautiful curtain call for the character in the film, Logan. After X-Men, Jackman went on to have roles in Someone Like You, Swordfish, and Kate and Leopold. In the SAG-AFTRA interview, Jackman describes his agent Patrick Whitesell giving great guidance to his long-term career in Hollywood. He explains how, at first, not taking roles that would put him above the title helped him gain experience on set with other big actors. Whitesell also encouraged him to act on his feelings about going back to theater when others thought he would be crazy to take that chance with his career. Accolades in theater and film. Jackman's decision to go back to theater to perform in The Boy from Oz on Broadway resulted in a Tony Award for Best Actor in a Musical. The run of performances also gave Jackman hairline fractures on his feet. The play required 8 performances a week, and by the time the initial run ended, when asked to extend the run, Jackman had filled his appetite for the role. His hard work, physically and performance-wise, paid off in the way of a brilliant performance, play, and the Tony Award for Jackman. A year later, he hosted the Tony Awards and received an Emmy for the gig in the category of Outstanding Performance in a Variety Program.
How we doing up there in the balcony?
This wouldn't be the only time Jackman would host an award show either. His hosting of the 2009 Oscars brought a brilliant opening number for audiences to enjoy and remember. The Academy would later call Jackman back, not as a host, but as a nominated actor for his role in Les Miserables. He did not win the award for Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role at the Oscars, but did win Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture, Comedy, or Musical for his performance as Jean Valjean at the Golden Globes. Jackman has been nominated an additional 2 times for a Golden Globe as well.
Hugh Jackman, 58th Annual Tony Awards.
How we doing downstairs? There's a few nervous people in the front row all of a sudden.
Summary and conclusion. Hugh Jackman has had a long and successful career in acting since he stepped on stage and found the spotlight in Hollywood. He has starred in many great films over the years. While Wolverine might be his most recognized role, Jackman's performances in films like The Fountain, The Prestige, and Prisoners should not be overshadowed. Jackman's range is far-reaching and not only evident in the movies above. In addition to these films, movies like The Greatest Showman, Eddie the Eagle, and The Frontrunner give viewers a wide array of characters Jackman has portrayed over the years. His total contribution to film and theater is immense and does not look to be stopping anytime soon. In the interview with Tim Ferriss, Jackman discusses how he grew up in a very religious household that has been carried close to his heart since childhood. Jackman would pray every night to God to make it clear what he wanted him to do. Jackman ultimately found that calling in acting. It isn't all about performing for Jackman, though. In that same Tim Ferriss interview, he describes his family as being the most successful part of his life. However, his audiences are grateful that he answered his call in addition to putting family first. We at Hollywood Insider want to thank Jackman for his contribution to the arts and wish him and his family the best in the future.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for.